Thousands of private schools in Kenya are on the verge of collapsing as the reopening of schools nears, given the fact that they have been starved of income since March this year, when the directive of the closure of schools was issued to help curb the spread of COVID-19. Kenya's private schools make a major contribution in filling the gap between demand for education and what the government is able to provide, but this gap hangs on a possible widening after some of the private schools shut completely due to lack of funds to sustain them. According to the Chief Executive Officer of the Kenya Private School Association, Peter Ndoro, private schools have been hard hit by the prolonged closure of schools, given the fact that they depend on school fees from learners.
The government promised to give private schools a 7 billion stimulus package, which to date has not been received. It is our hope and prayer that the government will be able to move with speed and support private schools so that they can be able to continue expanding access to quality education and play their rightful role in education.
331 private schools have so far reported permanent closure in the country, which translates to over 55,000 learners who might be left stranded once schools reopen in January.
So how again does the government expect private schools to just open just like that without any kind of support? We want to believe that our good government will be able to see the fate of the private schools and support them so that they can continue expanding access in the provision of education.
1,200 teaching and non-teaching staff have also since lost their jobs due to the closure of the schools. Nairobi region leads with the highest number of private schools permanently shutting down at 47. The Central region recorded a closure of 29 schools, Lower Eastern region 31 schools, North Rift region 51, South Rift 12 schools, Nakuru has 22 schools, Coastal region has 32 schools, the Lake region, which houses Kisumu, Siaya and Homa Bay, has 23 schools, South Nyanza has 34 schools, Western region 26 schools, Meru region that houses Tharaka Nithi, Meru, Embu, Isiolo and Marsabit County has 18 schools shut, while the Northeastern region have seen 4 private schools shut permanently. Even though it may see some of the learners from these schools fail to reopen come January, the Kenya Private School Association has urged heads of schools to distribute the learners to neighboring schools to avoid seeing them lag behind academically.
These schools that will not be reopening have been requested by the association to ensure that parents get this information in good time so that they can be able to prepare for the full reopening on 4th of January 2021.
This, however, comes even as the government plans to disburse a stimulus package aimed at constructing more classrooms in schools in a bid to decongest the already overcrowded public schools in the country.
Tuko na furaha sana kwa sababu watoto wetu wamekuwa wakienda mbali sana shule, lakini wengine wanaenda wakitegwa nyara, lakini saa hii tuko na shukrani kwa Mungu kwa sababu our area MP ametukumbuka kama wakaaji wa Manguo Primary School.
GEORGINA Magundu, K24 Evening Edition.